What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to yet another banger video. I hope you guys are doing something to better yourself or your business in any way possible. Right now we're working on this beautiful GMC Sierra. This is my barber's vehicle. We do washes every single week and a haircut every single week. So with that being said, let's jump straight into it. Don't know exactly what today's going to be about, just a little bit here, there, probably a little day in the life, but enjoy the content. So for those of you guys that are unfamiliar, we just got back from MTE. If you haven't seen that video, make sure you go check it out. That'll be linked somewhere on the screen. It was a really cool event. For those of you guys that missed it, I'll give you a quick recap. We went ahead and drove over to Florida. We left Monday morning at around 4:30 in the morning, headed our way out there. We did end up running out of gas shortly in Flagstaff, Arizona, right around that area. So we had to wait for AAA to come. AAA came, and then from there, we went ahead and pushed our way into the Florida area. And then from there, we had to go ahead and get our booth set up. Then we had to do a lot of things. So the video is really action-packed. There's two parts to it. Part one already came out. Part two is coming out tomorrow. So depending when you're watching this, it's most likely already out. So make sure you go ahead and check that out. Yeah, we really need the views right now, so please don't skip any ads, we need it. So if you're wondering why am I washing this car with a towel, it's because this car, one, it's not protected, two, is not corrected, and three, is in a really, really rough shape right now. So we're gonna be polishing this vehicle out, I think the next appointment or coming up very soon. So I'll be taking care of all of that. It's just this thing is so dirty that if I use a wash mitt, the wash mitt isn't even gonna make that big of a difference. We already pre-washed it as well, so this is the second one, but the car hasn't been washed in so long with all this rain that it's really not gonna make too big of a difference. Therefore, we're just gonna use a towel to get it cleaned up. And then after we do our correction and protection process, then from there, we'll go ahead and maintain the paint with some high quality wash mitts, which usually I do, but for today, we are not. No ladders over here, just long arms and long legs, and also very long socks. What's your guys' favorite soap to use in a foam cannon? Recently, I've been loving Snowstorm because of situations like this. You can see where it's already kind of dried up on the paint. So then I reactivate it with something like that. I come in, finish up what I gotta hit on this front grille, and then when we come back and rinse all that off, we should be left with a streak-free finish. Where a lot of soaps that if you use it in the sun and you let it dry up, and even if you try to reactivate it, sometimes it doesn't do anything. But this soap, very different. All right, so we just went ahead and refoamed it up. As you can see, the soap is starting to dry. We are in the sun, we're on a black vehicle. But I want to showcase to you guys just how well the soaps work. Watch once I rinse it off and dry it, how nice the surface is going to look. It's going to be super smooth. It's going to have a lot of slickness, but most importantly, a lot of gloss. Not a foamer. This is not supposed to be foaming. You said what? No, it's just the way I'm holding it is producing foam and it shouldn't. Just a nice little brush, some nice cleaner on here. Give it a good scrub. Make sure you get into all the little cracks that are in here. That's where some stuff likes to stay. Then just give it a good rinse. Yeah.
His newest one, the one that they leaked rolling out.
Which one? With Playboy Cardi? So right now we're drying the vehicle with our Pro Choice drying towels. These are very similar to your auto fiber towels as far as the material as well as how they run the double color system. I really like these towels. They absorb a lot of water, and I do still use auto fiber towels, by the way. It's just at the shop we happen to be all out of them, and this is what we had. And these I picked up, and let me tell you, I really don't notice a big difference. Honestly, any difference at all. As you can see, we dried the surface. It looks really good. Come pan to this window for me real quick. You'll see no streaks in the glass, which is amazing. I know a lot of you guys, sometimes when you get a towel, you pull it straight out the packaging. Sometimes it could streak the window. These do not, and these have continued to work day in and day out, even after washing them a couple times. So if you haven't tried these out, and maybe you guys are looking to stop by Apex, I would definitely stop by Apex and pick these up. Top class, recommended. So today, what we're gonna be using for our door jambs is gonna be Koch Chemie's all-around quick detailer. I was blessed to get this from my man Joseph over at Rhapsody Detailing. You guys hear me talk about him a lot in the podcast and other stuff. Really great guy for sure. Someone I consider a friend in this industry. And he was nice enough to bless me with this. So if we could get this on there, maybe we'll get to try it out. Cool, we got it. Leak test. So what we're gonna do, shake it up a little bit. We're gonna go ahead and open this up to the spray pattern. We gotta prime it. Now that we got it primed, we're gonna go ahead and do a couple sprays on the towel and go ahead and hit these door jambs. So I will say it's working pretty well. One thing that's very important with these when cleaning door jambs is I don't like it to streak. So I like to make sure the product is, one, strong enough to lift up dirt like we have here. It's been raining a lot recently, so a lot of the water that's dirty is trailing itself into the door jambs and stuff. So one, really good that it can pick up the dirt, but two, even better that it can leave a streak-free finish like what we see right here in this middle. Because sometimes if you come in, one, it may be the cleaner, or two, it may be that you have so much dirt accumulated on your towel that you're coming in and trying to clean something, but you're cleaning it with dirt. So it's very important that if you have something dirty, you just simply flip it over and just go back at it again. So I know it's been a while since we've done a day in the life, so a lot of you guys aren't really up to date as to what I'm using in my business now, which is why I'm kind of throwing in these little pointers and little tips of what I'm using now versus maybe what I was using back then a year to 2 years ago. So for interiors recently, I've been loving this Tornador Black. So what this is this is your standard blowout Tornador tool, but it also has this canister connected to the bottom, which by the flip of this lever up allows the water to flow into the system and also come out as you're blowing. And if you don't want that, then you simply just put this down and it'll do your standard blowout tool. Now, I definitely wouldn't buy this big old thing if you're just looking for the blowout. If you're looking for something that can clean seats, upholstery, throw your favorite APC, whatever, then this is definitely something for you, and it's very easy to use. Just simply attach it to your air compressor line, make sure it's on, and then right here it does have a built-in valve that you can adjust the amount of air and pressure that comes in and out of it. And simply what I like to do is I'm going to start by spraying the whole thing down. Then from there I'm going to come in and wipe it all up with my towel, and you'll be able to see just how well of a job it does. Now, I know a lot of you guys are going to say, does this get all over the windows? Depending on how you use it, yes it can, but it's very important that you do it prior to your window cleaning step, so this way you can come back and clean all that up after. So now all I'm gonna do is simply wipe it all up. And you may be asking, why would I choose something like this over my spray bottle, what I'm already using? And I'm not gonna tell you why you should, I'm just gonna tell you why I like it. And for one, it's because I'm able to come in and clean a surface like I am right now while also blowing out all the dust and debris. So those of you guys who know that if you deal with a super dusty car and don't blow all that out, it can eventually become a hassle because you're fighting dust, fighting dust, fighting dust. But with something like this, it's gonna not only clean the surface, but it's also gonna take care of all that loose dust. So when you come back around, you're not gonna be sitting here struggling, fighting with all this dust and dirt around. And if you come around here after I finish this, we'll show you guys what it looks like. Nice, clean, matte finish, no streaking, not even on the actual chrome pieces here. And personally, I really love it. It makes it super easy to breeze through maintenance details that don't need a deep cleaning. Obviously, if something needs to be scrubbed down, then I would, probably be scrubbing it instead of doing this. But for something, like this, it's perfectly fine. No issues, no problems at all. So if you guys haven't tried one of these out, definitely consider checking this out. So right now, we're gonna go to the tire shine process. Now, while I was out at MTE, I was able to meet with Vonix and get a hold of some of their products. So what I wanna do is actually try out this shiny tire shine. This is not a water-based dressing, so it's supposed to be a lot shinier. It's supposed to be a lot more durable. So we're gonna test that on here and find out. Normally, I would say I wanna spray this, which a part of me really does, but I'm scared it might go everywhere. So I'm gonna start with just applying some on the applicator, and then what I'm gonna do is mix it in and see how this works. Apply it onto the brush instead because of the fact that it's a little hard to move with the applicator. Honestly, I really like it. I really do. I will say that it's a little bit on the thicker side, so it is something that you definitely got to work into the tire. But comparing something like this to something like that, big difference. So I'll show you guys this, and then we'll show you guys the undressed tire. You be the judge and see if you like it. So right now, we just went ahead and applied the tire shine as you guys seen here. This is Shiny by Vonnex. So now what I'm doing is I'm taking that same Koch Chemie spray that you saw me use for the door jambs. I'm going around and doing final touches. So on this truck, one thing that I really like to make sure looks good is going to be all this chrome. So there's a lot of water that drips from this back tailgate. So I make sure I take care of all of this, as well as any of these little drips that come here. And so far, this quick sealant is doing a really good job. It's not streaking the paint and it's not streaking on the chrome, which is really good. So I will say it seems to be very versatile. Seems like it'll be good for paint, chrome, plastics, anything like that. Because I have been using it on these plastic pieces to touch them up. And it does look like it gives a slight darkness to it. Nothing crazy, definitely not a restore, but definitely something to note if you are using this product on plastic. It can add a little bit of darkness to it, a little bit of depth. So now that we've finished up majority of the job, it's time to clean the glass. Now I'm a big fan of Koch Chemie's glass cleaner, but I've never tried out Speedy glass cleaner. So this is a part of their new blue line, same as the quick detailer that we used. So we're gonna go ahead and try this out on the windows, see how it works. But like I said, big fan of their original glass cleaner, blue bottle, white label. This one, a little bit different, but not sure in what ways. Not seeing any streaks in it, so it's looking really good. But come and check it out for yourself and let me know what you guys think. All right, that's going to conclude today's video. I appreciate you guys for tuning in. Today was just a simple day in the life while we went ahead and washed this truck and did a little wash and talk. You guys saw us use a couple new products from Vonnex, from Koch Chemie. And if you guys are interested, I'll make sure to drop those in the description down below for you to check out. As always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hope you're having a blessed, wonderful day.